With many people wondering what will be in store for the second season of Hazbin Hotel, I want to talk about one of the plot points that I think will be involved with a major arc for the next season. That is, the fact that Sir PENTIOUS has been redeemed and is now in heaven. Now that the slithery snake man finds himself in the promised land, what does that mean for him, the system of heaven, and the series as a whole? Well, for starters, let's talk about what PENTIOUS will be up to up there. In my opinion, that depends on how those in heaven will react to PENTIOUS and the fact that sinners can be redeemed in general. I think that there's going to be a clear distinction between those excited about redeemed sinners and those worried that said redeemed sinners could cause problems. For example, we can already see the difference in reaction between M and Sarah. I believe that these two differing reactions may hint at a much wider divide in heaven society based on what to do with these newly redeemed sinners. I mean, look at fucking Sarah's face. She is not having it. I think that some of those in heaven will be redeemed and excited to welcome Sir PENTIOUS and any newly redeemed sinners. I think that we're also definitely gonna get some Adam-era heaven racism going on where some citizens of heaven don't believe that redemption is possible and don't want to associate with the former sinners. This could branch into how Sir PENTIOUS, or any other sinner for that matter, would be treated in heaven. If heaven sees redeemed sinners as a threat, or a lower class of soul, PENTIOUS would be the first of that lower class. He could be put into some sort of heaven prison, or even given limited rights because he came from hell. I could see many of those in heaven being swayed to believe that sinners are dangerous, less moral, and a threat to the structure of heaven. If the wrong sinner got up there and wasn't truly redeemed, hell, they could be. Even if there is no legally enforced class system, people in heaven could still look down on redeemed sinners. It would all come to how much faith people have in the condemnation and redemption system. I could also see this leading to an arc where a character questions the system of redemption, whether PENTIOUS is really redeemed in the first place, and whether or not they can try to send him back to hell. In the case that people have faith in the selection system and accept PENTIOUS as redeemed, PENTIOUS would be rehabilitated into heaven society. In this possibility, it's likely that PENTIOUS would be given a position as Hell's ambassador. His unique circumstance of being a mortal soul that spent time in both heaven and hell means that he knows what it takes to be redeemed. And he's probably gonna be as close as they're gonna get when it comes to someone who understands what it takes to get a soul into heaven. This could put him in a position to interact with both realms, and it would make for a great "I'm back, bitches" scene where he reveals that redemption is possible to the denizens of hell. I'm not sorry for making the voice, I think I did a good job, fuck you. One really important ramification for the Repentious Ascension Sorry Not Sorry is that there does seem to be at least some sort of qualification for a soul to get into heaven. Many of you might be quick to say that it was the fact that he sacrificed himself for his hell family, and while I don't think that's unrelated, I think it had much more to do with the fact that he was slowly improving throughout the season. He went from constant suspicion of others and building death machines to preemptive strike anyone off the earth before they could hurt him first, to putting his life on the line to save his friends and his home. While this self-sacrifice is the most powerful example of selflessness that he could show, the reason that he got into heaven was the underlying character change behind it, rather than the act itself. TLDR, PENTIOUS' ascension may have been a roadmap for what it takes to get a sinner redeemed, or any soul to get into heaven for that matter. Not only that, but the ascension of his soul will have wide-reaching ramifications for the system of heaven as a whole. One last fun note, while I didn't notice this at first, there was a decent bit of foreshadowing even at the pilot that PENTIOUS was to be redeemed. For example, seraphims, aka one of the main angels in heaven, which Emily and Sarah are depicted as snakes sometimes. Not only that, but PENTIOUS' little cobra doodle has the same multiple eye setup as some of the angelic creatures. Anyways, that's my theory. If you like this video, you should like, comment, and subscribe with all notifications enabled, or I'll buy your soul and make you make my Smasher Pass thumbnails. Also, watch for more Hazbin content, because apparently I do that now too. Shout out the inner circle. Love y'all. Okay, bye.